going to switch gears to our prospect update. Who do you have your eye on this week?
So, is it time to buy into the Toronto Maple Leafs hype? Maybe, but I'm picking Matthew Knies from the University of Minnesota. They're about to go on the Frozen Four run right now. Which, if you don't watch a lot of NCAA hockey, but you're interested, this is the time to do it because this is when the hockey gets really good. But Matthew Knies has been a guy who's been in the spotlight mostly because of which team drafted him with the Leafs. But it is expected when the season's over, he will turn pro. Now, whether or not he'll see some actual game time, I'm not really convinced either way at this point. But he's, you know, he's not the centerpiece. He's a winger, obviously, but he's kind of like the rock on this line with Jimmy Snuggerud and Logan Cooley, which has basically made up one of the best lines I've ever seen in college hockey. And I've mentioned those two guys already both on this show, so I guess we got to wrap up with the third. And with Nyes, he's a big player. He's 6'3". He hits hard. He knows how to score. He plays a very good defensive game, and I think that's part of it. Where he's not really in the same ballpark numbers wise as Cooley or Snug Group, but he's been probably one of the more reliable players. He's already won a couple awards and is someone where people are really excited about him. For me, I don't think his offensive ceiling is super high. So I'm actually going to give a bit of a different advice this week, which is if you get him, kind of dangle him to your Leaf fans who are really excited about him. Use this as a bit of a bait, the tax of which team drafted him, and maybe use that to your advantage. But from an actual playing perspective, I think he's got a decent career as a middle six forward. If he gets 35, 40 points early on in his career, I think that's a huge bonus. I don't think he cracks 50 points in the NHL, or at least on a consistent basis, but I do think that he's going to be very valuable in a lot of other ways. It's too bad, defensive zone play isn't exactly a fantasy stat, but he'll block shots for you. He'll throw hits. So there's some other things there that will make him a valuable player in fantasy. But I'd say, he could be nice trade bait for someone in your fantasy league.